So I'd like to, I can't really welcome you here because you're here. And it did seem to me, though, when looking through the long list of the agenda and of all of the talks, although it's about addressing history as the occasion, the opportunity, the excuse for this, it's very much a digital gathering of things about the land and people of Scotland. So and what's interesting is the way in which everybody is becoming aware of all the different projects that each of us are doing and the interconnectedness that it gives us, a sort of concentration to link and to cross-link, not only using things to do with georeferencing and the link across history, but also in terms of the resources, the thematic aspects there are in. And the other thing that it strikes me is about the coming together. I mean, it's great that the National Library of Scotland and the University of Edinburgh and Edina are combining here, pooling their thoughts about how to essentially use technology to unlock Scotland's past and the treasures that there are there that can be brought up to the present. But also it seems to me that there's also another blend which is very evident, not in all the talks I heard, because I only heard a few of them at the back, but that have been twittered around, is, if you like, these mix between what's sometimes called the document tradition and the computation tradition. Because the digital libraries is a strange combination of getting documents on the web in order that you can do computation and combinations with them, but the document tradition is recognizing that these documents came from somewhere, that the data were generated, documents, whether it be maps or whether it be other things, that there's the sort of provenance of it, the fact that just because it's on the net don't mean it's true, you know, and the fact of, especially when you come to geography, how it's projected and combined and how the record is, and that was clearly coming across in some of the earlier talks. So it's this sense about, I think, of capturing a past but not quite believing the past, you know, in the sense of having a critical appraisal of where we are now, but also of that material that presents this to us at the moment. So I'm very conscious that you'll have had your tea, but not yet your wine and nibbles. So I'd like to thank particularly the organisers of the event. I know that Stuart and Nicola and others have done so much work, and Joe Verne and the rest of it in combining that. But I know actually it's quite true that so many other people have too, not just in the Addressing History Project, but in all the supporting activities to see how this can all be brought together. And you would have heard sometimes that Edina was at the bottom of a few websites, like the Topper and Dorcas and the rest of it. So we're silently trying to be helpful and occasionally being noisy. And so with that, whatever was done to launch it by Kate, can I launch it again and we go nibble and drink? And thank you all very much for the organisation. Thank you.